If you warm up properly, the chance of injury becomes 60 to 70% reduced. Well, and you do pre-movements for the main topic of the training, you will have like 15 out of 20 success rate. And then you experience much more fun. Practice your dance till the moment your body is going to the ground and your soul is leaving to heaven. The 4 benefits of a warming up. Benefit number 1. Reduce chances of injury. Imagine I have chewing gum here. The chewing gum is cold, and if you grab it and you break it, it snaps. But when the chewing gum is like being moved, like in the mouth, and being warmed up, and you grab the chewing gum and you're gonna pull it from each other, then it will become elastic. It's the same with your muscles, your tendons and connective tissue within the body. If the body is warmed up properly, then your body will become more elastic and less chance on injury. If you warm up properly, the chance of injury becomes 60 to 70% reduced. In some cases, it will become 80 to 90%. Of course, little disclaimer, injuries are always there. Even at the highest level with the best professionals and the best training equipments and best scientific proven methods. Also, elite athletes also can get injured during the training, practice, match, battle, how do you want to call it. But if you are warmed up, your body is much more prepared and it will reduce the injuries. Reason number 2, and 2 means 2 in Slovakian. The body will be prepared for the main topic of the training. Let's take an example. A breaker. A breaker is going to training and is focused on 2 moves, 2 power moves, on the hand hops and the flares. I still got this on my bucket list to train these 2 movements, but that's for another video. Imagine the breaker is coming from outside training, straight into the training, gonna check the music and start immediately with the hand ups and with the flares. This breaker can have a lot of success during the beginning phase of the training, but his mind, his body is less prepared. In comparison to the breaker that is coming into the class, in the dance class, listening to the music, is doing some up rocks, some top rocks. The body is warmed up. He is doing some certain movements like some straddle, stretching, some dynamic straight arm push-up holds. Gonna start with some handstands. Then the body and the mind, especially the mind, is giving this input of these prerequisite movements to the main topic of the training. So reason number 2 is your body is prepared for the main topic of the training session, rehearsal, practice. Reason number 3, your mind is focused. An example, a couple of years ago, I was peer educator on the subject about finance. And not about finance, what can you do with finance and how to make more finance? No, but just the basic things like what does money mean? What are your rights and duties in your country with money? What can you do within your country? What are the rules within money? So more of the basic principle of money. And when I came into the classroom, I saw something interesting. I saw like a traditional teacher, and it was the first hour, and the teacher was saying, yeah, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that. And the students were like, it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, 8:30, something like that. The students were like, la, 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 la. And just a couple of them, they are like the diehard students that like are awake and they are sharp. But what we doing during our classes, we are starting with an energizer. We're starting up with warming up the body by like, people gonna first stand and we ask them some questions about true or false. And they're gonna sit down and gonna stand up, sit down, stand up. And through this, the body is being activated through like the squats. And through this, your mind is much more focused. After this 5 to 10 minutes of, say like energizer, warm up, people were much sharper in comparison with traditional class where people just sitting the whole day. During the training, if you are well prepared, if you are warmed up, the body will let your blood flow much quicker, and more oxygen and more blood will go to your mind or to your brain, and your brain is more sharper in comparison when it's cold and must be in a static position to listen to the trainer or instructor or teacher or professor. So keep this in mind. Reason number 3, be warmed up so your mind is more focused, so the outside input can be better absorbed by the brain. Reason number 4 is you will experience much more fun. If you're at a breaker and really want to try that movement like the hand hop or the flare, what I had as an example in the beginning of the video, and you're just cold, it becomes much more frustrating because, yeah, it's not going that well. It's maybe you have got a little bit success, but it's not going that well. But if you are prepared, if you are well prepared and well warmed up, the movements are going better. Instead of like 2 out of 20 tries of the hand ups not going well. But if you are warmed up well and you do pre-movements for the main topic of the training, maybe you will have like 15 out of 20 success rate. And then you experience much more fun and you can do much more stuff within your session. So reason number 4 is you will achieve more fun, experience more fun during the training, rehearsal, practice. What is the downside if you don't warm up? The negative downside is an example. Let's take the breaker. As a breaker, this breaker is always used to point the feet to the front during up rocks and top rocks. Yes, this is what the body is used to. Doesn't matter if I go to the left or to the right or walking, my feet is always going straight forward. But imagine during the training or during warm-up, the movement patterns being disrupted by a little accident that your feet is going like this. And maybe it looks cool, but your body is not used to it. In a couple of days or weeks, it's not a problem, but after weeks, months or years that will come, it will become a negative movement pattern into your body. This will change into a disbalancement or an imbalancement into the body because now you're standing in a different way. Maybe it looks cooler, maybe it's not good for your body. And because of that, your body will overcompensate. After maybe 12 to 30 months, you will feel like, I have like right shoulder pain. Maybe that right shoulder pain is not coming from the shoulder or the upper body directly, but maybe that wrong movement pattern that you had like 12 to 13 months ago, that the feet was slightly going to the side, that can be the cause. Your body's gonna overcompensate in other areas. You're gonna overcompensate in your knee, in your hip, in your lower back, in your upper back, in your shoulder. That's why it's important to warm up so your body will be prepared for the movements that will come. And also you get more injuries, especially for people that are living in colder climates, or when it's winter. I'm now in Netherlands, it's pretty cold. It's like between like the 0 degrees and 5 degrees. Also inside can be very cold. And then when it's very cold, your body is less warm. Comparison with people who are dancing in the continent of Africa, in the continent of Asia, in the continent of Latin America, in the west coast of America, in Australia, all those parts of the world, it's much more warmer. My take on this all is, if you are a dancer and you want to dance for the rest of your life, then the warm-up is equally as important as the main training session rehearsal itself. Because you want to keep competing in battles, you want to keep performing, and you want to still keep on freestyling and practice your dance till the moment your body is going to the ground and your soul is leaving to heaven. That's why it's important to warm up. Right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this robust, amazing video. If you want to see more and you have some suggestions or some questions, put it down in the comments, type it in, be a keyboard warrior, and we will see each other next time. Goodbye.